YouTube. I'm Jess. Welcome back to my home, our farmhouse, our farm, my kitchen. And if this is your first time here, thanks for joining me. I just wanted to talk a little bit about my plans for January, February, and at least the first week of March. Some of you may know Jessica over at Three Rivers Homestead here on YouTube, and she is lovely. Another large family mom, another homesteading, ingredients mom. Makes me feel a lot less alone in the world, being able to watch YouTube and seeing other moms like me, compared to when my children were young and, I was the weirdo out. Anyway, the premise of her pantry challenge that she does at the beginning of every year is to basically eat your pantry and your, stored foods, to not go to the grocery store for 3 months. Now, there are no particular set rules for this pantry, and you kind of, make your own rules, so to speak. And so at this time in history, I don't feel like it's a great plan for me to completely run through all of my stores, but I do have a lot of things that need to be used up. So I am going to take this opportunity to give you a little pantry slash storage tour, and then tell you how I'm going to run my version of the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge. So I'm here in my pantry. It's cold today and it's really cold in here. Anyway, in my pantry, I have a fridge. Outside of my pantry, you can see our other fridge, okay? So in one fridge, we keep leftovers, and then like milk, and if we have juice, like whatever, drinks, that kind of thing. In that fridge, we keep ingredients and condiments. We have like creamer for coffee, stuff like that. Excuse me. We also keep refrigerated fruits and vegetables in that one. Okay, now, aside from that, I'm a canner and a storer. We have a freeze dryer coming, which was our gift to each other this year for Christmas, and I could not be more thrilled about that. Anyway, there are things that you will see in here that are not things that I would normally buy or have been given to me or my children, including that box of cereal. I don't buy commercial cereal anymore. I make granola, and I make it in several different ways so that we all have something we like. But my mother spoils my youngest daughter every once in a while by going to the grocery store and getting a box of chocolate sugary cereal. So you can see above me, we have a bunch of empty jars. That's just storage on the top of the fridge. There's no organization there. And this place hasn't been cleaned or organized in a while, so it's about time for me to get back to that. Anywho, so you can see behind me, we have, it looks like meat in a jar and relish, and if I turn around, it'll be easier. Some marinara, some spaghetti sauce, some salsa, meats, broth. This is onion, pork, pickled onion is what that pink is, and then more smaller jars of onion. Below here we have things that are breakfasty. So I have pancake mix back there somewhere. There's cornmeal back here too, but that's pancake mix that's left over. Oats, grits, the one little Martha Washington, and then the cereal boxes where I put granola and things of that nature. There's also some syrups. That includes molasses. Gosh, I have so much molasses and I don't know why. And then the last of the pancake syrup that we have. I think that's the last of it. I also have my Banneton baskets here because I don't have anywhere else to store them. And right now, I don't have any sourdough starter because I killed it again. I'm not very good at keeping sourdough alive. Now we know. A little bit lower, I have stores of salt there and an empty jar. And then these are kind of like snack boxes for the kids. And that in the middle is some honey/corn syrup that my husband's planning to use. One of the convenience foods that I do keep often are tortilla chips. And that's what this basket is, tortilla chips. Then I have all my extra spices that come around here, and then the homegrown stuff too. I've got barley. This back here is a huge thing of cumin because we kept forgetting we had it, and my husband would buy another big thing of cumin, and now we have a gallon of cumin. And so then the wheat berries. Then we have jars of rice. We have 3 different kinds of rice in these jars. I have basmati, jasmine, I have minute rice, and then I have arborio back here in the back. Some crackers that we made, and this is all of our dried goods like beans and rice and things of that nature. Down below that are all the soups. Some of them are home canned, some of them are store-bought for ease of Thanksgiving sort of thing. And then up here we have the condiments that I keep on hand, you know, so we don't run out. Things like Worcestershire and Dale's and, you know, hot sauce and mayonnaise and ketchup and all of those sorts of things. Then here, well, this is freeze-dried apples that I bought. In case you don't know, I have a business with my 2 sisters called 3 Sisters Workshop. And one of the things we sell are herbal teas. And the apples go in the herbal teas. I have no idea why they're in here. They're supposed to be with all the tea stuff. Anyway, here we have canned vegetables. So some of them are home canned, like the potatoes and the turnip greens and the turnips and the carrots, all of this. Oh, here are the turnip roots. And then some of them are store-bought. I don't store-buy much anymore, but I do buy green beans. And then our tomatoes. And then when we turn the corner, let's see, down low, there's some baking stuff. So this is our crackers and garlic. And then some cookies, you know, brown sugar. This is pie filling. Kind of a long story because I don't normally buy store-bought pie filling, but it was from a medieval event that the dessert never happened. And so I had to take it all home, and I'm still going through it. For every party, I bring something with pie filling in it. And then above that, I have the store-bought mixes, most of which went with the pie filling. And then some jellies and jams, nut butters, hazelnut spread, then a couple of convenience-y items. And then this is like the bulk of the convenience food. So I have some rice-a-roni that somebody gave me. I have some stovetop, some Knorr rice sides. In here, there's Knorr pasta sides. And that was my Christmas. And then some Circle canisters. And then in the back, those jars are all the tea that I make. I also have, you know, chocolate chips and marshmallows and things like that. And then this is all the, right, all of this is all baking stuff. So it's sugars and flours and egg replacer and masa and berries, more berries over there. The oils, the powders, all of this is tea. And then up there is just some extra stuff like canning stuff over in that corner. And then there's cleaning stuff behind the door. Anyway, so that's the start. Now, under there are 5-gallon buckets. There are 10 of them to be exact. And those hold the excess dry ingredients. So the dried beans and rice and flour and sugar and all of that stuff. Okay. We have plenty of powdered coffee creamer, and we have honey, which I have to buy more of. Yum. Okay, then in this freezer, it's lots of frozen fruits and vegetables. And then I have 2 freezers outside. Because it's cold, I'm not going to take you out there. I'm just going to tell you what's in them. I have a stand-up freezer that has all of our meat in it. And then I have a deep, like a chest freezer that has whatever doesn't fit in the other 3 freezers. It is on its way out. I've had it for a long time. It is trying to die, which is why we bought the upright. But it turns out we're going to need at least 1 more upright. So, you know, we're saving toward that. We don't believe in going into debt for anything if we can help it. So we just save our pennies until we have it. It took us several years to save up to buy the freeze dryer that is coming shortly. And some of that stuff will go in the freeze dryer to be stored in a different manner, the stuff that's in the freezer. Anyway, so what I'm doing for this challenge is we're going to the grocery store today. The only thing that I will go weekly for would be like dairy products if we run out of cheese or milk or whatever. And then if there is a good sale on meat, I'll buy meat to put in the freezer, because that's how I stock my freezer as of now. Until the farm is complete, that's how we buy our meat, is on sale. So, and then the other thing that I'm going to stock up on when we go this weekend is the flour and sugar for baking. Because, I make our own bread and cookies and everything. So, that being said, I plan to post once a week about the things that we eat. There are only 3 of us living in our household now. The name of our channel is Big Family Little Farm. We do have a big family. We have 7 children and 3 grandchildren, but only 1 child lives with us, and she is in high school. So, she's the baby. Anyway, there are 3 of us. We don't all eat 3 meals a day. In fact, most of us only eat 2 meals a day and maybe a snack. So what I will be doing is, at the very least, recording what it is that I'm making. Maybe not recording the whole process. And then I'm starting a blog. So I will be putting the recipes on the blog, and I will share that as soon as it's up and running in the description of the videos. So tonight, the only meal that I'm planning on making tonight is a pasta dish with chicken and bacon in it. It's going to, I have chicken breast out because they need to be used. And I have a pack of, hormone-free, cage-free, whatever bacon. All the good stuff, right? Antibiotics and all of that stuff, humanely raised, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, bacon. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the chicken into small chunks, brown it up with the bacon and some onion. I have 2 whole onions here, and so I'm going to use up one of those before they go bad. And then I have some lemons here, so I'm going to zest some of the lemon and then squeeze the lemon juice into the chicken and bacon and make like a cream sauce, and then put that over pasta. And that will be what we have for dinner. I'm going to add a little Parmesan cheese to it, and we're going to call that dinner. I'm making this up as I go. It just sounds good. And so I can't really give you any specifics, but I can give you an idea of what I put in it. And so once I get the blog up and running, I will put the lemon chicken pasta with bacon recipe on the blog. My husband cooks his own breakfast. For those of you who are really new here, I'm allergic to eggs, and I live on a farm. So we have lots of eggs, and I don't eat them. I will cook them if somebody needs something, for breakfast. I'm happy to make eggs, but for the most part, my husband gets up and does for himself every morning. So he'll eat eggs and toast or whatever in the morning. And then my daughter will get up and have like brunch or lunch. I typically am not hungry until about 11, so I'll eat lunch, and then we all have dinner together. So for sure, I will be making at least my lunch and dinner every day. Now, occasionally, if my husband decides that he wants us to have a date night, then we will go out to eat, and my daughter can fend for herself. But as you saw in the pantry tour that we just took, I have plenty of soup and pasta sides, and she's the reason I buy the pasta sides. So that is our goal for today and for this challenge. So thanks for being here. I hope you stick with us, and I will keep you updated. If I can remember, I'm going to film grocery hauls so that you know what it is I'm buying every week and how much we've spent. And that's it for today. So Happy New Year. Welcome to January, and let's do this. Bye, everybody.